All right, it is Saturday, June 10th. I can't believe it's June already, man. When you get older, time flies. It's like the next month. The next month. It's crazy. All right, just did a video on TQQQ. Let's look at Soxel Semiconductors, three times bullish. All right, it's going back on this. When this was COVID, for the drop, it was 22, went down all the way to like 381. Imagine if you bought it there. Smartest people in the world bought it at 381, and it went to 70. You don't know it's going to go to 70, but I'm saying 381. I should have put a lot in there. But I'm trading short term swing trading. I wasn't really trading these two back then. More of a lot of small caps, more smaller moves. Um, but this just goes to show, when people say, it's all over, it's always all over, we're going down further, further. None of these people on Wall Street, most of them, they have no idea what they're talking about. Tell me a guy understands charts and all this. That's what you can understand a chart. You'll make way more than people are just like, oh, fundamentals and this. That doesn't really mean anything. It's all like all these moves are like measured moves. They go up to a certain point and then something happens, it'll go down, you can see it. So look at that move down, 381. Just start to go up slowly, slowly, slowly. The next thing you know, you're at 70. 2 years later almost. Unbelievable. And then we went down again, January 2022. And where did this go? It went to 20 here. See this wedge? You'll break out of a wedge. You got to know triangles and patterns. They're very important in trading because you can see what's going to happen before it happens. So this moved up, move that back down, and the low right here. Where's the low here? Come on, why can't this work here? 621. Another great buy if you get in here. 621 October. And then we start a new pattern. Look at this. One, two, three, four connection points now. One, two, three, about on these lows. So you move up from here to 8, little pullback to 14. All these are good swing trades. So see when I have a circled here, my low here, these are on buying points. These are oversold. And yeah, of October you can buy pretty much January, December going down buy, March a buy, and May a buy. So not many buys here. Now you can buy on the way up too. You just got to be careful. You're not getting in too late. Like the 50 is that middle line, 50 over, starting to get overbought, and 50 below is oversold. But not many true buying points. See down here, all buys. So we go up here to 10, all the way to 18, back to 18, double top, coming back down again to 14. Everyone thought, oh, we're going lower, lower. All these moves, you think we're going back to the low in October. It never happened. It never happened. The market got stronger and stronger. And then 14, we go all the way up to 24. We're at now. Look at this move. When this gap down here, people probably maybe they sold or like afraid it's going back down to that 14 level, and then it bounced. Look at this gap up, huge gap up, another one. Then next thing you know, you're at the high here was 2480. Now we're chopping around here back and forth. One thing I see on stochastics here, you have 94, you have 91. What's this high here? You have on stochastics like 71. So it's getting lower. See this one, two, three. This might even come up more, but the high is getting lower. This could be the high temporarily. We could pull back. So pullback points look for about 21-ish, 13 EMA, 20 EMA is about 20-ish, just below. And this has this rising low line all the way from October, January-ish, December, late December, May, and you're looking at June 14. If this really comes down, we'll call it anywhere 13 to 15. We get a major pullback. So there's where we stand right now. The weekly, October went up, pulled back, went up higher. Look at that. See, up. The low got higher, up again, pull back, up again. This is like a double top. Then it really dropped. And that was the last big move up. Now it is starting to cross over. See this white line going sideways. That's why you see here anywhere at 14 to 18 zone could be a pullback zone on the weekly. And you can see all the way here how this became this move. Here, sort of rounded this bottom. Now rounding's like rounding third base in baseball. Rounding here, we're going up, and here we go. Now on this, the 61.8 retracement levels, 30 level, about 40 you could call it on a 50% retracement level. So this one's way off of that compared to TQQQ. The monthly chart, big crossover, this big U-shaped, started to cross over. Looks like right down here on November 30th. Then we start to cross up. It's near 50 almost here, 46.33. You can see this. It's forming a broadening wedge. A wedge is where the high is getting wider and the low is getting wider. So big moves in between. That's big volatility. It's hugging that 20 EMA. Next move up, that's at 25 level from this big candle here and back in here. Still in a rising upward motion. The quarterly, you can see here again, look at this space, the same as when I showed you the Qs, TQQQ. Look how wide this was. This was very bearish. You had 3 red candles, 3 green. Now we're going sideways. Now we crossed over, and it just depends how high they bring this before. Yeah, pretty significant pullback. So that part is bullish there. Still oversold, 1871. It's not even at 20 yet. On the 5-minute, what happened recently. So in the recent, if you want to recently trade, you're going to look back to maybe the day before pre-market. You don't need to look that far back. So you just want to see, different patterns of where some different points were. Right here was up this 2270 level, and then we rise up all the way to 2350. Starts to chop around here. Then we start to waterfall. Look at this red candle all the way down to this 2260. This green check line, that's my today's open line. This is today, yesterday's close. And then here we go. We bounce, come down, small bounce, bounce again. You just draw a line through here. And then you have 2230 all the way to 2270 plus. That's a nice little move there. Then it back down again. So a lot of trades in here. You have 1, 2. You can play these either way, short or go long. The reverse will be SOXS, or you can just short Soxel. And you can see down here too. You can look down here. That's why I only keep one really indicator for short-term trading, stochastics. Right here, you see this over sold here near that 10 line. The 0 to 10 line is very good buy zone. Yeah, depending where it's at. It could still go down and down, but that means it could get a bounce, and it did, and then another big bounce before you get to the overbought zone. All right, so that's Soxel. And you can see here this high line. I think we're going to pull back. I was watching CNBC. A lot of people were talking about we're coming up on the highest points, and I think if you get a pretty decent drop in June, later June or July, we'll see if that happens. And we'll see if it ultimately comes back to this 14 line or something around there on Soxel. But great trading on this, like day trading. Swing trading is available. You got to wait for certain points. These are the ultimate buy zones. That's why it's below 20. I have the green, not the green, excuse me, the light blue, and then 0 to 10 is my buy zone. Now on the overbought zone, I have 90 to 180, the pink zone. So I know exactly where they're at, and what I'm looking at exactly. On the run up here too, when this run up here, then this gap down. Now in the weekly, I was looking, it was still in an uptrend zone. That's why it'll be stopped out sometimes on the daily chart. Look to the weekly, the monthly, the weekly, the daily. You can all put it together. All right, so the Soxel, we'll see what happens next week on some of these ETFs. I'm sure more volatility ahead next week. That's it. Please subscribe to Mike Cayman Trades on YouTube. Smash the like button. I appreciate it. TikTok, Mike Cayman Trades, any social media. Any comments on any ETFs or what your thoughts or what you're looking at? Always welcome. This is it. Peace.